What is up, beautiful people? Today, as you know, a lot of you guys actually recommended me to basically look at TAEMIN and look at his special video, Just Me and You. And of course, I am very intrigued to look at this video. I think to see TAEMIN in any of his videos is always something unique. And I'll be honest here as well, I'm a little bit sentimental about the video because I'm like, this is going to be one of those videos. It could possibly be the last video we see of him, for the following months, if not years, couple of years at least. Not ever forever, but for most of it. As we are premiering today, we're going to keep this very simple, and I don't want to edit this in any way heavy. That's not what we want to do. We want to have the chat going. So, hey guys, thank you very much for being in the chat. Tell me, of course, where you are from. I would love to hear that as well. I think it's so interesting to see how far and how global we actually are in the chat, and it makes a lot of fun as well to talk to you guys. And on top of that, I hope you do enjoy my new layout, my new setup. I've been working a lot to work on a bit of a streaming look, a streaming aesthetic when it comes to making videos, and I think I found myself a little bit. I have everything here that means a little bit to me. For example, triangles. I really love triangles. I think they look aesthetically really pleasing, and it's something I've worked on. And if you do follow me on Patreon, you will know that as well because I post everything there. So if you haven't yet, please come check out the Patreon as well. Support the channel, support the charity, and we'll make music go global in places where it's not accessible for everyone. And I always think it's very important that everyone has a big chance to actually be part of some sort of musical background, even if it's just them trying out the flute, for a week, and they don't like it. At least they have experienced it and they know what they need to do next. I think everyone should have that opportunity. So like I said, come check out the Patreon. The link is either in the chat or down below in the info section. So I would just say, guys, first of all, thanks for telling me that this video is there. I woke up super early this morning on Saturday, so here it's at the moment. Well, the sun is at the moment actually just out the window, so it's around 5-6 o'clock. Let me see what time it is. It's actually 6 o'clock in the morning. So thank you very much for being there. I was just in the mood to do it nice and early. Let's be fresh about it. And also, everyone who bought this shirt, thank you very much. There are still 4 available from the 10 designs that are there. If you want to, come talk to me on Discord. I'll support you as well with one of these shirts. I'll tell you about the story about it. And of course, thank you for everyone who purchased one. And I hope that everyone is happy with it as well. But I would just say, let's just jump into the video and see what it has to offer. I played the first 6 seconds just to make sure that everything is working, but let's see what this video actually has to offer to us. And like I say, it's a special video. I cannot really see if this is an MV yet or not, but let's just find this out all together, I would say. Let me just stop here already. What I really like about the little hint about this video is that we're going into a 4:3 format here, so not 16:9 format. It's a little bit old school, a little bit of, I don't know, it's a little bit 80s, 90s, 70s vibe, maybe even early 2000s. I wonder what they're going to do here. Oh, wow, I didn't even notice it, but do you guys see those texts? Everything you can imagine is real, is fake. It's like, again, in all of my videos, I always said that TAEMIN likes to portray these contrasting things. Here we see real, fake, good, evil. Very interesting what we see here. Do you guys hear the camera clicking? It might be that they just said, hey TAEMIN, it's going to be quiet now, film your thing. But I like how they utilized it in a sense. They utilized this moment not only for photography, but also for them to actually film it and make it part of this video, which is very nice. Oh, that was a harsh cut though. What is this? This is TAEMIN. Well, what is this? One sec. Oh, wow. I might be wrong here, but this is actually amazing. I don't know if they built this up just for this scene, but if I see it correctly, I think this is a bounce card. So the light is bouncing back, and I don't know if they were making photos from the side for him, but it looks fantastic either way. And I love how there is only one source of light in this entire scene. Fantastic. We just had a look on Thursday with Super Junior and their special video. It was super dark. I think filming in dark climates is always a big challenge. Oh, this is beautiful. Like, this is a beautiful photo by itself. I think you can still frame this, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, you know, but I think if you guys had the chance to buy this as a poster, some of you will. So this is very nice. I might actually, no, I will not. Should I? I could actually design a t-shirt, you know, that has these words in it, but it's a beautiful way of what is being portrayed here. Beautiful to look at. One thing I just noticed as well, and correct me if I'm wrong, English. It's normally the polite thing to actually put the other person before you announce yourself. In other words, in proper English, it's actually say just you and me, not me and you. So let's see what this has if there's a meaning behind it. Maybe it's just like to say, you know, there's me and then there is you. I don't know, but it's a bit rude normally if you say it like this. So there must be a meaning behind it as well. Very nice. Beautiful. One big spotlight from the top, another source light coming from this angle, lighting up his leg here. Another source from the top that creates the shadow here. And there might be a very subtle, either a bounce card or a very subtle light here pointing from this angle to light him up a little bit. But it looks beautiful as a shot. And I don't want to pause too much, guys. I want to actually enjoy this as well. At the end of the day, I think this is more present to us than for TAEMIN. Very nice. The colors are so humble. Looks a bit like the Joker here. Is it me, or does this song somehow remind me of Sayonara Hitori? I'm not really sure, but I'm getting the same, you know, musical vibe from it. Just without the crazy effects in the MV. Whoa, what? Was it say? Oh, that's so cool. So this is what I like about TAEMIN sometimes, and generally about these videos, is that it's very theatrical. So I don't know if you can see it. There's some black person or colored in cloth, completely black, so that you don't see his face. And he's actually moving the chair so that he can bounce back or lie back without him falling over. And then that person turns into someone. Super cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ooh, beautiful shot here again. Very contrasting, very white. And they're still in the same location. It's just amazing what lighting can do now. It's actually just fantastic. Can someone explain what he's actually drawing here? Does anyone read Korean maybe and can say what this stands for? It will be interesting to know. Very nice job here on lighting. Ooh. Very nice here as well. Do you guys see that green in his hair? Now, I could be completely wrong here, but I've seen this actually as a practical effect I saw it once, not by myself, but I've seen it in the making of, where they put this special pigment in the hair that looks transparent, you know, in bare light. But if you use a blue UV light, it turns into this. I don't know if they did that here, but it looks super cool, doesn't it? I mean, such a different color, you know, it pops out a little bit, very unique, fits the pinkish color with the blue color, very nice. Ooh, super cool. I mean, what you see here is just basically TAEMIN 3 times, him doing the dance from one video, and then that video is layered on top of each other, I think 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Very cool, very unique. It says there's 3 people within TAEMIN. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but again, it's as if he's trying to tell us something here. They wouldn't edit this for no reason. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. This is really, and I say it so many times, I think this is TAEMIN's signature look. Always that one arm, you know, oops, I keep hitting my mic. You know, that one arm behind, or his, not his arm, what do you call it? Your hand behind your, oh, I keep hitting my mic now. Hand behind the neck, and then you keep on touching it, and then you look straight into the camera. Very impactful, very interesting. super cool again. I mean, I already said this about the other shot as well, where we saw 3 times the TAEMIN. In theory, this is the same shot, one shot, but they're laid on top of each other. So most likely these two are real or these two are real. Actually, let's change that up a little bit. I think these two are real because they are actually interacting with each other. And then they just copied it to the other side to basically reverse it. It's very cool what they did here. Yeah, you can see it. Wait, what? I'm so confused which ones are paired here, but I have a feeling it's now these two. So wait, let's analyze this actually. That's super cool. So, okay, we need to look at where are they interacting with each other. So we have this one interacting with each other, and then all of a sudden they're not anymore. What? Are these completely... I have no idea what's happening here, to be honest. I would be really interested to see what they did here. This is amazing. This is a typical TAEMIN thing where you're like, wait, what happened? What is happening here? It's always so crazy. Beautiful. I love this. As if you're being controlled by a second person. Oh, beautiful shot, or actually beautiful choreography, because the camera didn't even do too much. If you haven't noticed it yet, I'm not speaking too much about the camera movements or anything like that, or the editing. I think this is quite spot on by itself. You know, it's very simple, and the focus here is purely TAEMIN and the choreography and nothing else. I think they're doing a fantastic job here, and it looks really, really pleasant. Nothing too complicated, and this is a real testimony to show that, you know, less is sometimes more, especially if you have a very, very strong, what do you call it, choreography to display. Beautiful. So I want to show something about this scene, and I really think this is again one of those signature TAEMIN things where he likes spinning around. We saw the same with Advice, for example, where, you know, there are these items of the clothing dangling down basically, and it gives this amazing effect as if he's a tornado. It's beautiful to look at. Just look at this. Look at the amounts of spinning, and look at all the elements that are stuck at him floating with him. It's just beautiful to look at. And again, you know, the spinning, he spins like an angel. That's the only way how I can say it. It's so smooth. It shows how professional he is with his choreography. And it also shows that you cannot really bash him. I'm not going to say he's on a completely different level than anyone else. I just want to say he's on his own level. He is his own god in his own territory. And of course, there are some choreographers that maybe he learned this from. I get this, but they must be proud of him. You know, at his age, at his talent, it's beautiful to look at. Oh, do you see that? It's a bit of a mix of... I love seeing this. Okay, let's watch this one more time. Sorry. Do you see it? This is all normal speed of him dancing, and then slows down a little bit. Slow down again. Slow down again. You can see that it slowed down because it's a little bit fuzzy, you know, because of the slow-mo. But it's very nice to look at. I just want to say one more thing though. Do you guys now see the importance of lighting? Do you now see how emotional this video is because of how they used the lighting? You know, lighting itself is a science. You cannot just go around and basically place a few lights there and then boom, you got your scene. You really have to understand what you're doing. And I don't know who was in charge of the lighting here, but whoever you are, you know, hats off to you. You did a fantastic job in making every scene just so impactful. Also, this is another thing that I want to point out. Do you guys see this effect? It's nothing more than a reversed color. And you can see that everything that was black is now white and everything that's white is now black. But what I like about it just a lot is that actually it's just a filter. Yeah, there is enough filters that you can just get, or they're actually pre-installed on your editing software, which I think is cool. I think even Instagram has it and TikTok has it. It's nothing special. But what I like about how they utilize it here, it just makes the scene a little bit more different from what we saw previously. I'm not saying the scenes were boring in any case, but it just adds a little more spice to it. And I think that You know, if you like using effects in your video, do it, but do it with caution. And you can even see the simple effects like this. It's super, super cool. I mean, here, I think they first made it black and white, the scene, and then they added the negative filter on top of it. It looks fantastic, just, and it looks beautiful to look at. Again, that's spinning. Oh, come on, TAEMIN. You just painted all of that just to destroy it? For real? TAEMIN? Explain yourself. Okay, someone actually explained it. I tried to look if there were subtitles here, but there are not, so sorry for that. So I don't understand the song too much, but it just seems like he's fighting, I don't know, his inner demons, or he's fighting that, yeah, that he's stuck with someone, you know, himself and the bad and the good of himself. Just me. Very interesting. Again, symbolism with TAEMIN is top notch here. I mean, what you kind of see here is as if he's trying to run through, he's trying to run away from something, running away from him. And you can see that it flashes sometimes white. Really beautiful, actually. I mean, let's go back. Let's see if we can get the frame. There we go. Really interesting what they did here. Simple little touch, but it makes it a little bit more unique. You know, you want to pause on these moments. It looks fantastic, but it looks as if he wants to run away from him or try to make him better, you know, turning the bad side black and then into good white. Very nice. And then he runs into a wall because he knows most likely he cannot run away from this individual. You know, you're stuck with it. The symbolism is beautiful. Oh, great. The shadow is back again. But it's beautiful to look at. This is something that people would pay for as well, you know? It's just beautiful to look at. I'm curious who that other person is, that other dancer. He needs credits by himself as well. Really, really nice to look at. Do you see it? The shadow is choking him, and TAEMIN, I think, is going to break loose from it, or he's just accepting it. And it shows that whoever this second character is, that second ego inside of him, is really just taking control of him, and he's fighting against it. But sometimes you just have to accept who that person is, because at the end of the day, it's you. You created that person, and you need to live it. Oh, it's beautiful what we see here. Nice. I also really like, I mean, again, this is a theatrical thing that you see. I mean, I used to be in drama classes, and we also sometimes had people dressed in complete black to show that they're not really part of the casting, but they're more to support moving things around without being too obvious in a set, because the focus is on TAEMIN and they don't want the focus to be on this individual, but it looks really good. Beautiful. And again, maybe this is again me pulling it apart a little bit, but the symbolism here, you know, sometimes you need to support on that other person. I really don't think the song is about love or anything. I don't think it's about him and his girlfriend. It's really about him and his inner thought. I mean, guys, what do you think? Put it in the comments. Maybe you guys looked into it already. I would love to see that as well. But for me, I just think it's a bit of a sentimental video, actually. Yeah, like I say, we're coming to a moment where we know that TAEMIN is not going to release any new videos soon. Like, maybe he will, maybe he's still on Instagram. Do you guys know? Maybe put it in the comments. I don't think the people in the Korean army or in the service actually have access to them services, but you know, such as Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But I still think it's great, you know, to see these kind of things. And in all honesty, guys, I think, though this has been released on his birthday, and some of you guys already told me, like, hey, look what they gave him to his birthday. In all honesty, I think it's more for us to celebrate his birthday with him. It's more a gift to us than it is to them. I think this has been planned accordingly. You can see that these things take time to plan. This wasn't filmed in just one day, you know, it may be a week or so. Just presuming, and the planning, of course, in advance as well, and setting up the choreography. You have to prepare a lot. And here they really... I think it's a beautiful present, and you cannot really complain about it. I think this is how it should be, and this is how we should enjoy music. And whether you like K-pop or not, you should still embrace that, you know, we have talents in this world that try to be a little bit more unique to each other. And I need to go back to Criminal somehow, but you can kind of still see that when I did Criminal, a lot of you guys told me like his inspiration is Michael Jackson. You can really see that some of his dance moves are a bit of ballet, a bit of Michael Jackson, a little bit of modern, and a little bit of TAEMIN, and oof, you have this video. It's beautiful to look at. I mean, I'm not a choreographer, but I can still really say it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to look at. And this video only has 256 clicks, 256,000 clicks. It's not a lot, but I'm also curious why they did not upload this to SM Entertainment. Maybe because it's not a real official release. Like I say, it could just be a side project from TAEMIN. Maybe he invested his own money into it. Maybe the Shiny members also invested into it. I cannot say what is the background to it, but I think this is a real humble thing what they did to us. And, all I can say is, let's clap to that. It's just beautiful to look at. And I don't have too much to say about the video work. I think it's beautiful, simple, and elegant. Editing is clean. The video movement is clean. The color grading is clean. Everything is just beautiful to look at. And this is a real symbol of saying less is more. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you see it differently. Maybe you guys hate it. I have no idea. Just put it in the chat and tell me about it. But that is my take on this entire video, guys. And I hope you do enjoy. And of course, like always, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure you hit the like button. And of course, to really support the channel, my goal is to get to 1,400 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you do want to support, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, and let's reach that goal. We're so close to it, and it will make me really happy. So thank you very much, guys. And of course, let's also mention this as well. If you want to join the community, some of you guys already joined. Join me on Discord. We are there as well, talking about K-pop once in a while. And I want to set up more and more events. But for that, we also want to have more people there. And, we're talking a lot there as well, generally. So I'm looking forward to speak to you there as well. And like I already mentioned, also come check out the Patreon, support the channel, and of course, a charity as well. And like I said as well, if you do want to buy something as unique as this with a bit of a background to it, then please write me on Discord. I think that's the easiest, or write me on Patreon if you are already a Patreon. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. But for now, guys, thank you very much for the great support and the great recommendations. This made me a little bit sentimental because I know that we're not going to see TAEMIN for some time. But I tried to keep this video as real as possible. I don't want to edit it. I promise that I can live stream once in the future, but at the moment I still have my issues. So for now, we do need to live with premiering. And I think it's a good way as well. If I was live streaming this video, I would be shut down a lot. Otaku, I know you're going to be in the chat. If not, you know what I mean. You know how often I have been shut down for even displaying a little bit of K-pop. So it's a little bit tricky. And also, if you don't know yet, try to check out my Twitch. It's the same name as YouTube. Follow me there. And I might actually go and do my live streaming a little bit there when it comes a little bit more to K-pop, because you don't get banned on Twitch there, which I think is super cool. I think that's super cool, that you don't get banned there, but you get banned on YouTube. What the hell, YouTube? Stop being so strict. Yeah, just demonetize my live stream. That make everything easier. But don't just shut down a live stream. It's terrible and it's so strict, and even just cursing can ruin it. I can understand why some YouTubers don't live stream on YouTube, because it would not be good for their channel. So let's see what we can do here, guys. There's always an option for this. And thank you very much. And I really do hope you enjoyed the video. But for now, guys, thank you very much. And see you on the next video. Yeah.